Okay. So anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. And, normally I would open the stream in a nice jovial manner, and I would be all nice and happy, and maybe I would bitch a little bit about what's going on in my daily life, and, that's usually what the opening of my streams would be. But today, unfortunately, we have to get a very serious subject out of the way before we can start with today's gaming festivities. So let me go ahead and I'm going to very briefly explain to you the situation. As you guys know, there's tons of people on the internet who don't like me for various different reasons. We're not even going to get into that because that's besides the point. It doesn't even matter, right? However, what we do need to talk about is that recently there's been this fad, okay? This fad of people who have been, unfortunately, to basically try to troll people. There's really no other reason that you would possibly do it. They would call local law enforcement of someone who they know who streams, okay? They would give the streamer's address and say that there was some kind of a violent crime going on, to get the police to basically take the call, the 911 call, and treat it as legitimate, because let's face it, when the local police department gets a call like that, they gotta take it seriously, especially in light of all the recent shootings and things that have happened in the United States, okay? And they're basically, it's called swatting. They get the police department to storm someone's house and to basically interrupt the stream. Now, from what I'm to understand, now I wouldn't know, but from what I'm to understand, the reason that people think it's funny is because you get to see this all unfold on camera, right? The streamer usually has a face cam, and you get to see the cops come in, clear the building, put them in cuffs. And no one's been as long as you're not doing anything illegal, you're not going to get into trouble for it. It's just the cops have to do their due diligence and show up and check out the area and make sure that everything's okay, right? So it's quite honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It's more of a nuisance than anything else to the streamer. What it is a huge, major problem for is local law enforcement, because they literally had to drop everything they were doing, mobilize their SWAT team, come out, and do this check, which is completely unnecessary and quite honestly is completely and utterly ridiculous, because you're disrupting the well-being of an entire town or city or wherever this is. This just happened recently to one of the creatures, and the 2 schools nearby had to get evacuated. It's not funny. It's unsafe. It's ridiculous. It's a crime. It's actually a felony to do this, okay? And the fact that people think that this is anything that's funny is ridiculous. And in addition, I don't even think it should be called swatting, because what you're doing is you're giving it a catchy name that makes it sound like a fad. It should be called prank calling a police department and committing a felony. That's what it should be called, not a catchphrase that makes it sound cool and hip, alright? So anyway, this has been happening to a few popular streamers, again, who face cam, and a few of them, it's actually gotten them, kind of shut down their streams. Some of them got a Good Morning America because of it, alright? But it's awful, because God forbid something serious actually happens. What if there actually was a crime being committed? What if actually a fire broke out, and now the local law enforcement can't get to that legit crime? What if actually a fire broke out, and now the local law enforcement because some dickhead little kid called in a prank call to the police, and they're mobilizing the SWAT team, right? And this is a major problem, because we now live in a digital age where, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but law enforcement has not caught up with. The law enforcement, for the most part, especially in the United States, is antiquated. They rely on a anonymous tip informant system, which has no checks and balances. And, if you get a call like that, can you blame the police department? No. If you get a call like that there's a violent crime going on, someone's killing someone, there's mass shootings, are you going to laugh at it like a joke and say, oh, is this a prank call? Or you're going to take it seriously, especially in light of recent events where this has actually happened, okay? So you cannot fault law enforcement for reacting to the way that they do. In fact, I support the fact that they're taking it seriously. I want them to take it seriously, all right? But the problem is we have this digital age where you have people who can anonymously do this stuff and don't get in trouble for it, right? Or at least, as of right now, there's no reports. You know, I'm sure that, especially with that situation with the creatures, with the entire town getting evacuated, that this law enforcement are pretty much hot on the heels of whoever made the call. But the reason that I'm bringing all this up today, I actually was going to talk about this on Hate Live this Thursday, my podcast, and I am going to. But the reason that I'm bringing this up today is because I have gotten wind of the fact that a few people, it's not a lot of people, but a few people, incredibly immature kids, who don't like me, are in the process of or have been trying to plan to do this to me.
I see two of my bitches in the club, and I know they know about each other. I think these bitches trying to set me up. Maybe I'm just paranoid. I got a bad light skin from the valley. She be in the club with no panties. Little bitch used to be my favorite, but now we don't speak the same language. I love my bitch, I can bang it, but my dark skin bitch know how to take it. I got them both the same damn red bottoms, and bought them both the same damn fragrance. Both of my bitches drive Range Rovers. None of my bitches can stay over. Both of my bitches look good as fuck. Yo, bitch look like a booger wolf. I seen two of my bitches in the club, and I know they know about each other. I think these bitches trying to set me up. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Yeah, I'm paranoid, I'm tripping. I've been smoking and sipping. I'm fucking around with two bitches, but I never made them hoes my missus.
Women talk, yeah. Women talk. Yeah. She run her mouth so much she can't hear her own thoughts. Told my old hoe she my new bitch. Told my new bitch she my old hoe. When she used to be yo hoe. Dead. Hold up, flatline. I fuck a bitch to sleep, nap time. I put my name on it if that's mine. Pussy so wet she thought I got baptized. Asking where I'm at, that's a setup. You ain't talking about nothing, bitch, shut up. If you got a side chick, nigga, what up? Both my girls in the club about to nut up. Stalking on my network. Got her looking so hard that her neck hurt. And I ain't tripping, I got room for them both. This is Ham Squad, I just doubled up my net worth.
Two of my bitches in the club, and I know they know about each other. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think these bitches trying to set me up. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Yeah, I'm paranoid, I'm tripping. I've been smoking and sipping. I'm fucking around with two bitches, but I never made them hoes my missus. Yeah, I'm paranoid, I'm tripping. I've been smoking and sipping. I've been fucking around with two bitches, but I never made them hoes my missus. No, two of my bitches in the club, and I know they know about each other. I think these bitches trying to set me up. Maybe I'm just paranoid.
To which I say, number one, why are you even bothering? Because I don't use face cam. You will see nothing. You will literally see nothing. You know? It's so dumb. It's just so dumb. It makes absolutely no sense that you would try to do it because you can't see it. It won't affect you at all. You will get nothing out of it. Zero. You'll see nothing on camera. All that will happen is you'll see a video and stream end. And then I'll come back a couple hours later and say, whoopity-doo, big deal. Number two, I live in a private gated community where we all have private security systems. Meaning if anything was to happen, the security system would go off and it alerts the local authorities. Immediately if someone makes an anonymous tip for a private community where we're all registered with the local police department, it won't matter anyway because they're going to call us. They have my number. They can call me first. Okay? Number three. Number three, my address is not public. I took many precautions when I moved here. In fact, one of the major reasons why I decided to move to Washington State to a private community is because I knew, trust me, I'm no dummy. You know, a lot of people may say I'm not good at games, but I'm no dummy when it comes to real life, okay? I very much knew that there were people who don't like me, who would like to see me either be hurt or, you know, other things. And being that I'm now living with my girlfriend, I knew that I had to take precautions to protect the both of us. So I moved to a place where my address is unlisted. We're not, you know, raising... And yeah, you know what? Everyone knows my address at this point. It's on the fucking internet. I mean, holy shit. Like, I'm not even trying to hide it anymore. It's only been said by 7,000 trolls. Like, what's the big deal? You know? Nothing's gonna happen. Come see me and I'll fuck you up if you're gonna be an asshole. You know what I mean? You may think that you can find my address. You cannot. Alright? Trust me, I've tried. I went online, I personally tried to see. It's all wrong, which is hilarious because there's real estate websites and stuff that are listing stuff that's all completely wrong. And it's funny because I know that people have been trying to find it. In fact, I have evidence. I actually have chat logs, I have screenshots. I know your screen names and I know who you are. And in fact, I actually know the real name of one of the people. And, you know, I could be a dickhead and dox everyone right now, but that's not going to do anything positive for me. All I will say is that I know who you are. I know you've been using Google search and other things, Google Images, to try to find it. I know that you don't know what gated community I live in because I've never exposed it. And besides the fact, you don't know what unit I live in because I live in a gated community. And there's many people who live here, not just me, genius. So I just want to just make that clear, is that number one, you couldn't just find where I live. I took precautions. I'm unlisted. I'm not in the phone book. My real address is not on the internet. I've looked for it. It's not there. And number two, you'll get nothing out of it because I don't face cam. So you'll see nothing. It's a complete waste of time. Oh, and by the way, it is a felony. And I will, because today this did happen, I will be forwarding all the information that I have to my local authorities to let them know what is going on. So that if anyone ever does try to prank call anything in my name, the authorities will call me first, which I'm already on listing for that to happen, by the way. And I will let them know that it is a crime, it is a felony, it's someone pranking. And just as a little tidbit, just to make sure that you guys know that I'm not lying and I'm not making this up or joking. Individual by the name of really stupid Alucard Dracul or something like that is one of the people involved who's been trying to look up and find me on the internet to do this. So we're gonna throw one name out there. I'm not gonna go ahead and do everything, but just to show you that I'm serious and that I'm not making it up and that I didn't, you know, I have your names, I have your information. So go right ahead and go to jail. I mean, if that's really what you want, you can have it. You can have it your way. You can go to jail as a felon. It doesn't matter how old you are, you will be prosecuted. Because prank calls to local police department that forces them to mobilize and take their resources away from their local stuff actually is a serious crime. And if you'd like to have that on your record just for the case of trying to do a prank that no one can see, wow, go for it, dude. If that's really what you want to do with your life. So anyway, I just had to talk about that. Obviously, I didn't want to. That's not the point of the stream today. You know, today we're trying out a new game. We're doing The Sims 4, which is something completely, you know. So I apologize that I, unfortunately, had to, you know, stop the stream and kind of do this on pre-stream. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But sometimes you have to because you have to take things seriously, right? And undoubtedly this pre-stream is probably going to get a ton of views on YouTube because people will say, oh, Phil's talking about it, swatting, and blah, 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 whatever. Really, I've just gotten it off my chest. That's really all I have to say about the subject. Do not even attempt it because you're just going to get you going to jail and it's not going to affect me negatively in any way. That's why I moved to a private gated community where my address is, you know, private. I just haven't had a chance. And yeah, oh my god, Phil's address is publicly... Who cares? My address is already public. If you search for Phil Burnell on the internet, you'll get my address. I'm not worried about people showing up. No one's ever shown up. No one cares, alright? So, Phil showed his address off. I don't care, alright? And yeah, you know what? Everyone knows my address at this point. It's on the fucking internet. I mean, holy shit, like, I'm not even trying to hide it anymore. It's only been said by 7,000 trolls. Like, what's the big deal? You know? Nothing's gonna happen. Come see me and I'll fuck you up if you're gonna be an asshole. You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna happen. Come see me and I'll fuck you up if you're gonna be an asshole. You know what I mean?